Hello, so I found my Stranger Things shirt, my jumper. I also have a Christmas one, but I already wore that, so I couldn't wear it this time. And then I found out that I had a Hellfire shirt, like an actual just t-shirt. Well, it has the long sleeves, so it's more than a t-shirt, but you know what I mean. So it's not a jumper. And then I also found that I have a Billy shirt, which I think says something like we're waiting for Billy, and then it's like Karen and like the other mums, or the other women anyway, that were like laying and like looking that way, you know what I mean. And then there's another shirt that was like Eddie, because my mum got me the shirt for Eddie from last season, because she really liked Eddie, and I also did like Eddie, but I don't know, it was interesting anyway. She got me that shirt, I think because it was obviously one of the new things that they had, so she got me it because she thought I'd love it, which I did, and I've still got it. And then there was another one I forgot what the other one was. I think I have two Billy ones actually. One of them actually has Billy's face on it, because I love Dak Ray. Like, even though obviously Billy is like very questionable, very bad as a character, I still love Dak Ray. So, and I love like the actual hair and like the makeup and everything that he was looking like as Billy, but obviously he was just like not exactly a great person in the show. But yeah, him as just Dak Ray as Billy is just amazing. So I was just really happy, y'all. I was just really freaking happy. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about, so let's just get straight into it, I guess. So if anybody hasn't seen my reactions to season 5 so far, I did post like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, but you know, I did them as kind of more of a review. Sometimes it was like my reaction, because it was like I was like recording the TV, but I can't really, like, I can't screen record Netflix, so I couldn't really do it any other way, like, you know what I mean. Like with Has Been a Hotel, I could kind of not screen record it, but I found it on like Billy and stuff, so I could easily do that. But I don't think Stranger Things stuff has ever been put on Billy, or at least not quickly, whereas I wanted to watch this quite quick, even though I was still pretty late to it. But yeah, anyway, obviously I didn't realize this was gonna be happening. And also, like, it had this, what's his name, what was his name? Finn Wolfhard, but what's his name in it? What was his name? Oh my god, I don't remember what his name was. No, I was gonna say it's Richie. Yeah, I think his name was Richie, right? But he was like in one of the like posters, you know, in the last episode, or was it episode 7? No, it was the last episode, right? But that was really cool. That was really freaking cool. But yeah, it makes so much sense that she called her son after Rich, who was the boy that loved her. Like, that makes so much sense to me. It was so sad when he was like holding his parents' like shoulders. That was sad. But anyway, I'm getting so off track, but that was so cool that happened like the same time as like this new trailer happening. Like, that's insane, honestly. But anyway, let's watch this. I will also probably talk about my the deaths that I don't want to happen. You know, if any death did happen, like, it can't be these people type thing. So we'll see what happens. Shit, why am I throwing shit around? Anyway, so let's just start. Go back a tiny bit. There we are.
We failed.
Oh.
We never stood.
Oh my god, Will. It's starting where it ended.
This is not over.
Oh shit.
By a long
Oh.
shot.
Mike. Oh my god, Mike's finally in the upside down. Oh my god, that was a really cool shot. Like the way she came into that. Oh yes, the 4 of them down here. I'll have to watch this again because I'm talking through everything. Oh shit! Oh my god, is that how they escape?
Mother of God.
Oh yeah, this is when they're both separated, like in.
Help me find
Oh
him.
shit. Okay.
Kill him.
Oh, Callie, yes! Yeah, see, they were both separated, like the group of 4 of them. They got separated into the pairs, Dustin and Steve, and then... Oh! I won't be surprised if he dies, actually. Oh, shit.
Kinda thought that was supposed to be the easy part.
Oh.
It was.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, y'all!
I don't know what's on the other side
Yo.
of any of this. And if we want to stand a chance of surviving,
Yo!
we need to be a team.
Oh my god, y'all, this is fucking crazy. Oh my god! Holy bitch, what? Oh my god, yeah, I have to go back. There's no way.
It is time
Shit.
for a new world.
You die, I die.
Yeah, oh my god, that's what they, oh my god. That's what he said to him in, what was it, season 3? Right? When he was gonna like open that green thing or whatever it was. Oh shit. Throwback to that. I freaking love this so much. It's not gonna be okay. Whew, yeah, we gotta go back. I'm sure that I wish that it would say somewhere if this was like the rest of the volume, right? Like if this is only volume 2 or if this is the ending as well. Because I would love to know if this has part of the finale in it, like in the trailer. Because I think the other ones didn't have any of that, right? I think the other ones didn't have any of like volume oh no, wait, that one did, because it obviously has that Jancy scene where their like foreheads are pressed together, and we haven't seen that in the first 4 episodes. So yeah, so that one, so the first ever trailer is the one that doesn't have every scene in it, right? And then, or it only has like first 4 episodes, and then the second one is the one that had like the other parts like from like any episode. And then I think this one must probably have even the finale maybe in it, because like that would make sense for like Vecna being there so much, you know. Obviously Vecna's gonna have to be in this a lot because like it's on him, but like the fact that we haven't seen a Mind Flayer in so long is crazy, because I still am one of those people that think the Mind Flayer is more of a villain than Vecna, but like because like Henry got turned by the dust, right, by the Mind Flayer, so you know he was just a child back when, you know, when everything was going on, and then obviously stuff went wrong. Like if you've watched the stage play, I haven't watched the stage play, but I've been trying to watch as many things as I can about like the reviews from it, so that, because my mum went to see it, so she already knows. She went to see it in London, so she already watched it, which I don't even know if she remembers it, because like that's crazy, but she watched it I think last year or something, so she might not remember the full thing. But I had to watch so many reviews on it so that I would be caught up to know like what we could expect. And obviously they've already shown the fact that we've been into like his memories of like the fact that he's the same age as Joyce. Well, not, I don't know if he's the same age as Joyce, but like he was in the same like school as Joyce and Harrington's the dad of Steve, so that's kind of interesting as well. And I'm pretty sure Ted and, well, I think Ted's older than them, but like Ted and Karen I think were there as well. Patty obviously is a primary a big thing. Like I wonder if she'll really be in the show, because it would be really interesting if, I don't think she needs to be in the show, that's the thing. I don't think she does, because even though they did love each other and stuff like that, I still think that the whole point is the fact that Henry ended up just like succumbing to Vecna, even though he also, like, I wonder if the memory that he's trying to stay away from maybe is with him and Patty, or like with, is it Patty or Patsy? I can't remember anymore. But anyway, there's just so many things, there's so many like theories people have about stuff that could happen, right? And I still think that with the whole like Byler or Malevolent thing, I still think that like Mike and Elle, I think they're better off when they are platonic. Like I think a lot of the time they're better off when they're like strategizing or like not trying to be romantic, because when they're trying to be a couple or romantic or anything, it's just always a mess. Like they either leave their friends like season 3, or they're like too like trying to be like fake, I guess, because in season 4 they were very like, neither of them were telling the truth about anything, and then he couldn't say he loved her because like all this other stuff, and then it's just a whole mess. Like I just love Mid-11 when they're platonic. Like season 1 and season 2 were the peak for them, because even though they weren't even together in season 2 at all until the end, and then even at the end they weren't really together for much, I think that was when they were like the most peak, because like the rest of the time, like season 3, ew, and then season 4, ew. So I just think that it's better off, like obviously they've started up in a great place in season 5, but I think they're probably already broken up. Like that's my theory anyway. Form 11, I think they're already broken up, and the fact that they only had one scene in part 1 in like volume 1, and then they never worried about each other at all. Like it's kind of crazy. Like she never tried to say anything about like how Mike could be feeling, you know, the fact that her and Nancy went first, you know, and Mike was like, he didn't even like, neither, do you know what I mean? And also the fact that Mike didn't have any emotions to the fact that like Karen and Ted were hurt and Holly was gone. Like Nancy was crying, she was full on crying, she was having a whole thing in the bathroom, like she was going through it, you know what I mean? And then Mike's just there, like not crying, not really showing any kind of emotion that he could be. Like he's always been the type of guy, like we've seen him so many times, every time he needs to, he cries to his mum, right? We've seen that. So the fact that he's not crying about his mum is kind of insane. I don't know, like it's really strange to me that he's just, so I don't know. I have a feeling that maybe and there's also I don't know if he's like holding back emotions because like he wants to stay strong, or he just doesn't want to show weakness, or like I just don't know, like he doesn't feel like himself right now, and it's kind of creeping me out. I can't lie, it is kind of creeping me out. So I do need Mike to kind of like get, you know, better, I guess. I don't know, but like he's just really like he's not being any good right now. Like he's being really weird, like he's being really strange. And as I say, I think he needs to have like a moment where he just kind of like lets it all out, probably, right? I do think that he's going to end up crashing out somehow. I don't know if it's going to be, because the thing is as well, I forgot who it is, was it Sean or was it the brothers, but somebody said that like Mike and Will, like I think it was Finn, has a lot of like emotion to bear in this show, in this season, and we haven't seen him have any emotions yet. So maybe that is going to be in volume 2, but even in the trailer of this, we haven't seen any of the emotions that he could be having, right? We only saw, I think, 2 scenes of him in this trailer, and we are going to go through it again because I am going to watch this game. But it was absolutely insane, like how I don't understand what they're trying to do if he has no emotions right now. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't get it. Like, also, what are they going to be doing with Will? Like something, like he thought he would be able to do it, right? He thought maybe he'll be able to find Holly, and then he couldn't do it. So I do think that the ending of like this whole show is probably going to be like Elle and Callie going against Vecna. But even then, I think that maybe Holly in the Mindscape has to do something with Max. I'm thinking that like the ending, I'm thinking that they'll all be doing something on each side, because that happens quite a few times as well in this show. They do stuff, you know, from different areas or different angles or whatever. I do think that that's probably going to happen, because we do see Vecna come in and be like, it is time, you know. I think that it's like the 12 what's it called, the 12 kids are already here and stuff like that. And I don't know if that means Max doesn't count, right? Because like Max isn't one of the 12, she is technically one of the 4 from the last time. So even though she didn't die, she still like created that kind of like whole, like the whole thing that happened to the floor and shit, and the whole like the whole inside coming out and whatever. So I do wonder what's going to happen, because it seems like the sky went all blue and stuff like that, right? When, I don't know if that was when all the 12 kids were caught and like hooked up to the trees and vines and shit. But this is terrible, because they're all going through what Will went through. Like, honestly, I think this is worse than what, I mean, I can't really say like anything's worse than what anybody else went through, but like to me, actually, because like Elle's whole thing is like she was brought up in this way, right? She was brought up in this way, with like her feeling like love was what she got from Papa, and then when she found real love with like Mike and Hopper and everything, she experienced, and even Joyce, like in the first season, you got to think about like Joyce was so motherly to her. Like watching it back, you can see that, because even though her son is gone, like she's still not pressuring this child to do all this stuff. Like she's making sure she's okay, and then if she needs to stop at any point, like she will let her stop, you know. She's not pressuring her into it like Papa would have been doing. So I do think that it's so different. It's so freaking different. Like I find it so interesting. I really do, with how these people are just doing this. I don't know, like it's so interesting, and it's also just so unfortunate that all of these people are going to be on so separate, differing storyline areas. And I do think it makes sense that like Steve and Dustin would be together, and Nancy and Jonathan would be together, and I forgot who else was together. I think the hug was Mike and Dustin, right? I think that was them, and then I think Elle was in the background running along with like a torch. I could have been wrong because I saw it all so quick, and I don't really know if I saw everything right. But that's why we're going to go through it again. So I may pause it this time. We will see. But let's go through it again and just talk about each thing, and like... because I don't even think I listened to what they were saying either, because I was just concentrating on what was going on. So let's just have a look. So yeah, this is when we failed, we never stood a chance. Yeah.
This is not over.
Right.
By a long shot.
Hold on, wait. Are they in their own house, or where are they? Because that's a cabin, right? Is that Hopper's place, or is this their own house again? I don't actually know where this is. Is this Hopper's place? It's hard to tell really sometimes with like where they are, you know, because this is very wooden, right? This isn't the Wheeler's house for sure, unless it's not the basement, because that's a whole door there. I don't know where is this room. I feel so stupid because I feel like I should know where this is, but there's also a picture there. Let me have a look. Hold on. But my screen is so dark, like I can barely see shit when it's dark scenes as well, so it really does suck. Like right now, there's the fire and that's all I can see there. Okay, yeah, I can't, there's no way I can tell. There's absolutely no way I can tell where we are right now. I think this might be the place that Hopper and Elle were like arguing in though, when Joyce was there as well. Like they came through like a tunnel, or what was it? Like there was like a stairs and shit. I forgot. But I think this may be this area, because honestly this makes sense, because Hopper and Elle are technically like dead, right? Or at least Hopper is, because like he died in season 3. Let me think. Yeah, season 3 he's technically died, even though he didn't. He was just taken. So him being back would definitely be weird. Like I wonder if we're gonna see the police, because that duo was always so funny to me. But yeah, I wonder if we'll see them again, because we saw them in season 4 a lot more, because obviously the whole Jason stuff. But obviously I do wonder if we're gonna get back into that stuff, because obviously I think the basketball players and shit, they hate probably Lucas and Dustin, but I think they hate more Dustin because he was the one that like still wears the Hellfire thing, you know, and he was like in the club with Eddie, even though Mike was too, but he's not wearing the shirt, so that's why it's probably not an issue as much. Anyway, yeah, I don't know which room this is, but obviously like them knowing, like Will knowing that like they couldn't find her. I'm assuming this is what the conversation is about, right? The fact that they couldn't find her, and the fact that he thought he could find her. I'm assuming that's what the thing is. Was that in this scene? Let me have a look again, because he's like on the floor here at the very start. He's like on the floor, then he's oh no, so it wasn't in the scene yet. So there is a scene in this trailer though where he's like I think it's like Mike and Joyce that are stood by him. I think it's in the same scene as when he like probably stands back up after this. and they are he's like using his powers, I think, so he's probably trying to find Holly, right? But he can't find her. So I wonder if that blockade type thing will also be, because obviously Millie bruh I didn't mean Millie, I meant Elle. My god, why was that so difficult for me to remember her name? I remembered Millie more than I remembered Elle. Anyway, Elle, she has like her own kind of thing with Callie, I think. I'm assuming that a lot of this, well, not a lot of the volume, but I'm assuming she's going to be down there for a tiny bit in the next episode. In episode 5, I have a feeling that we're going to see each of the groups kind of forming their own thing, where you know, the 4 of them down there, like Jonathan, Nancy, Steve and Dustin, are going to be trying to go where Dustin like theorized, you know, that area, like they're going to go there in the Upside Down, and then that's going to be when all the stuff happens and like all shit goes terribly wrong. They get separated and shit, unless they just decide to go separate ways so that they can find the area quicker. I don't know, but either way, I think they're probably just going to get separated. I think that's what's going to happen. But either way, we're going to have these guys up here. So like Mike, maybe no, well, Mike's not here right now actually, but Will, Joyce are going to be like up here trying to figure out what to do, and then everybody's going to kind of come back together, because I forgot how long the next episode is. I think it's like an hour and a bit, isn't it? So it's probably going to have quite a few scenes that we're going to have, but obviously there's a lot of scenes in here, so it's going to be interesting. But obviously episode 6 is the one where we get like the emotional scenes, so I'm assuming like the ones where they're already around those places, that's going to be like you know, Jancy's scene, and like probably Dustin and Eddie's scene with the "if I die you die." That's probably all going to be in like episode 6, and then probably like a lot of the emotional scenes for like the couples or for anything else. I wonder if Joyce and Hopper will get to be back together again for the, you know, for that episode. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, next scene. It's not over. Yeah, see, Mike is finally in the Upside Down. Like, I think this is the first time he's ever been in the Upside Down. Like, obviously, did he see Vecna? Let me think. No, wait. Has he never seen... I don't think he's ever seen Vecna. He's seen... Yeah, he's seen the... Let me think. Oh my god, no, I don't think he's ever seen Vecna, because he was in... The whole time in season 4, he was just in like the... him... So Will... And I don't know if Will would have even remembered Vecna actually, so I'm gonna say Will and Mike and Jonathan, none of them had ever seen Vecna. Like Nancy, technically Nancy, I think Steve, Robin. Has Dustin seen Vecna as well? Did he see Vecna? I don't know if Dustin saw Vecna either actually. Max obviously did, and Lucas, did Lucas? I don't think Lucas did either. There's a load of people that I don't think have ever seen Vecna, but they just know that Vecna's like, you know, a bad guy, obviously. But it's really freaking interesting to me. But I have a feeling the thing with Holly will come into play, you know, with the like thing that Mike gave her. So I think that she has to be in the dream world for it to work or whatever, for like whatever plan that probably could be happening to happen. I don't really know. But either way, I guess it's going to be interesting to see how they will get out of that area. I don't know. I'm kind of scared about it actually though, because there's that whole door thing in this trailer. Alright, let's get to the next part. Yeah, this angle was so freaking cool. Is that Max? Yeah, it is Max. That was so freaking cool. Like, how did they do that? Like, what are they even, like, did they like cut a hole in the like thing at it? Like, I don't even know. I literally have no idea what just happened, y'all. I'm gonna turn up my thing because I need to, the quality I mean, because I want to see what that says. Sorry. Yeah, that's better actually, the quality. I think it probably can't handle this though. My internet will probably die seeing this. Shit. Oh my god, this is actually way better. I had it on 720. So obviously it's better. Yeah, this looks way better, y'all. This is craziness. So yeah, there's like, oh yeah, so they broke in through a mirror. Oh, because there's like mirror shards on the worktop there. So they must have broke in. So whose room is this though? I'm trying to work out whose room this could be. It has, what does that say? Wilson. I don't know what that could be. It's probably like stuff for sewing or something, right? Because there's all that yarn and like wool and stuff, the string and shit. That's got, and there's a TV there that's on. So does that mean somebody's in this room with them? Like, is somebody gonna come in here and be like, oh my god? Or is somebody gonna be in here and be like, oh my god, somebody's breaking into my house or something? Why would you think that though? But then again, could this be, because at first I thought this was gonna be Holly's room, right? That would kind of make sense. And then they're looking through the hole. Oh shit, it's too blurry back there. It doesn't say anything. What does it say? I can't read it. Oh my god, this shit is so annoying. Oh, it might be Holly's room. I need to go back and see if Holly's room had like the flowers on her wall, and if it did, then this is definitely Holly's room. But it could also be not Derek's, but like maybe no, because why would she go through Derek's room? That wouldn't make any sense, would it? This would have to probably be Holly's room. But I don't know, like they got through a mirror, because obviously this can't be like the right side up, right? Like, even though in my mind it makes sense because like they crashed through a mirror, this wouldn't actually make sense for them to be in the real world and then Max not be in the hospital bed, right? Because she would go back to her body if she came back to the real world. She would not be just like looking like this, right? So this is still in the dreamscape, which means that she could be going through Henry's memories instead of like her own. But then I don't know how that would make sense. I mean, obviously it would make sense, but like this can't be Henry's room. Like, it's got flowers everywhere, like the wool and stuff, unless this is like Patty's room, or I don't know. There's so many theories you could have in this, but I feel like this might be Holly's room. But then because there's like a picture as well down there that has Holly wearing the cape that she wears, so this could be Holly's room, because she may have drew that in before, like she could have, I don't know. This is so interesting. This could be Holly's room, right? I think it could be. I don't know. There's so many theories you could have, as I say. But as I say, it will be in the upside down anyway, because it would only make sense to be in the upside down, right? So we could at least see where she got dragged. Maybe that's what we're gonna do. I don't know. But maybe they got out from that dream area and then they're like going through to try and get out, essentially, a bit better. I don't know. And then they're looking down at the there's like a whole wooden house or whatever. It's interesting how some people are looking down, some people are looking up, and then some people are looking to the side in this. I mean, obviously that's why am I doing this? Anyway, I don't know what this is going to be, because it looks like the floor like probably broke, unless like they made it so that somebody fell down there. I doubt that could have happened though. I just assume that like they're going to go down there and it broke whilst they were standing on it or something. Or maybe they like broke it themselves because they found out that there's like stairs down there. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But either way, they're going to go down there, like Max and Holly. And it is just stairs. Like, we don't see anything else, I don't think, after that, do we?
This whole time,
Oh, shit, yes.
everything we have ever assumed about the Upside Down has been
Wrong?
dead wrong.
Oh, shit. Okay, this is going to be really interesting, actually. If you think about it, like, everything they think is wrong. So, what do they think? Like, we have to figure out what they think, and then we can figure out what's wrong with what could be wrong, right? Because I do think that I do think that they all think that, like, Vecna is the big bad, right? They think that Vecna is like the one who's like the bad one, I guess. But it's definitely going to be the Mind Flayer, right? I think the Mind Flayer is the big bad. I do wonder if like the ending of this volume is going to be like they release Vecna, essentially. They kill him, like they get him out of there. Like, obviously Henry is going to be dead anyway. I just don't think they're going to be able to bring Henry back and then have him alive. I think he's going to die anyway because of like everything that's happened to him and just the general like insanity that he's been putting people through. Obviously it wasn't Henry's fault. It was definitely everything that happened to him was just awful. Like, I don't know, like the fact that he was in that lab after everything that happened to him as well is just crazy. Like, as I say, people need to watch the what's it called, the play thing, because there's a lot of people who are going into this after only watching season like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, they need to watch that play because it shows you so much more about Henry and like everything that he went through to get into that area. Like, there's a lot of people that still need to watch that because there's a lot of people who are reacting to this show and that haven't watched it, and it's just insane. Because obviously you can't watch it, like it's just a theatre thing, so you can't really watch it, but you can watch like reviews of it and you can hear like people talk about what happens. That's the only thing you can do. Like, honestly, people need to watch like reviews and shit though. If they're not going to be able to watch the actual thing, they have to watch like anything they can on that, because it's really good to know more stuff about Henry, more stuff about Vecna, like how he became Vecna essentially. And I definitely can tell you, like, the lab will not have helped. Like, I can tell you that for sure, because Papa will have been telling him that he, like, Dr. Brenner will have definitely been telling him to like let the Mind Flayer in and like let the Mind Flayer just like take over and shit like that, you know. It will not have been a good thing, I'm telling you. Anyway, yeah, there's so many things that have gone wrong here for everybody pretty much. I can't lie. But yeah, I love Max's hair though. I'm looking at Holly and Max's like back right now, and I love Max's hair, bruh. It's great. And I think they have like fake hair on Sadie, you know, obviously like attached, so it's like longer and bigger. Because Sadie's hair is really freaking nice. Like, I think she said as well that she's probably never going to dye her hair ever, which is honestly awesome because her hair is amazing. Like, it's so gorgeous. I would never want to dye my hair either if it looked like that, bruh. For real. But, you know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I've only watched like 20 seconds of this. Shit, that's such a cool shot. Yes, oh my god. So there's like vines and shit. Wait, did they kill like the bats? What is that that's on the floor? It's like, obviously that's the vines and shit, but like, what are those giant things on the floor? There's like 2, 3 in this specific shot. There's like 3 like weird looking things on the ground, and I don't think they're bats. What are they? They look really ugly though. But this is a great freaking shot. Oh my god, like I can't believe I didn't have this on the whole time. Like, why did I never have this on 2160p? Like, that is crazy. Like, this is, oh my god, they look so defined. Like, honestly, amazing. So he's got a torch, some kind of, oh, he's got that kit thing, right, from the last time. He had that thing, what was it, like a map? I don't remember what it was that he was holding, but yeah, he's got that. What's he got? Oh, he's got another torch. Okay, he's got a torch and the walkie-talkie, Steve does. So I wonder if that's what they do. I wonder if they both have a walkie-talkie, right? Like I wonder if Steve has one, and then maybe Jonathan or Nancy has one, so they can keep in touch. And then, you know, because they decided that they should separate, instead of them just deciding, like, instead of them being separated, what if they were actually like together, I guess, you know? I mean, what? Oh my god, my mind is breaking. I'm saying everything wrong. What if they decided to split up and be in pairs instead of like them being separated? That's what I meant to say. My god, I'm going insane, y'all. Mother of God, though. That's, yeah, I mean, that looks absolutely, oh my god, that looks even better in like this. I'm telling you, I'm watching this whole thing.
Kill him.
Help me find him, kill him, yeah. So Callie, oh my god, she looks so freaking cool, y'all. I can't lie, like, I'm so freaking happy that she's back. Like, it's, oh, she looks so good. Ah! Oh my god, like, he looks so good. I can't even lie, like, did you see his freaking face? Like, I'm telling you, like, my mum said that she doesn't think he's like a, you know, a hot guy, a handsome guy, whatever. I think that Jamie is so pretty. Like, he is so handsome. Like, oh my god, when I saw him, there was like a clip or whatever. I don't know if it was a gif. I think it was like a 5-second clip or something. But it was like him wearing like his hair up, and like he's got long hair, and he like had it up, and he was like in an interview or something. He's just sat in a chair, and he just looked like such a lesbian. Like, he looks so freaking good. Like, oh my god, I don't even know, y'all. Like, oh bruh, like sometimes I wish I could just be like knowing what sexuality I am, because I literally just don't know. Like, if I knew, I would be so freaking happy, because like either way, he's just gorgeous, you know what I mean? And I don't know if it's because he looks like a lesbian in that clip, or if it's because he's just like a pretty man. I don't know which way it is, but he's gorgeous, bruh. And I don't know why people don't see that he is, because I feel like he is. Like, I really do. Anyway, I mean, for me personally, I think Jamie and Charlie are the most my types, which is very interesting because they're both kind of different. I mean, they don't really look anything alike, so it's very interesting. But I mean, yeah, I would say they're most my types. But you know, they're the pretty ones, I guess. Interesting. Anyway, let's just carry on. But he looks amazing. Like, he is Mr. What's-It here, but then at the same time he does not look like Mr. What's-It, because he looks terrifying because of the eyes, and like the fact that he's like in the rain right now. Like, where is he? Why is he in the rain? Like, where is he? You know what I mean? I don't know where he is. Oh, and then yeah, Jancy. Shit! Oh my god, wait. I've got to go back because I want to see like what that was. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Yeah, so the whole thing is happening there, and then Jancy, like, Jonathan, like, ooh, so cute. But then the whole thing is like going insane, and then it is just Nancy and Jonathan in that area. So where exactly is this? Like, the whole thing is like melting. So does that mean that this thing is hot, or was it already melting? Did it already look like that? Like, I need to know if it's melting right now. Oh, it is melting right now. Oh my god, that's so weird, bro. It was like melting. Shit, I'm sorry, because this is gonna be so weird to have to edit, because I'm like pausing and shit. Oof, this is gonna be so ugly. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I might have to do like pictures. But yeah, this is so bad. This is so freaking bad. Oh my god, it looks so freaking cool though. And then Murray here. Honestly, I do think that Murray would die, but because they already said and they're not doing like this. Oh, Nancy, bruh! She's so freaking cool. So that's who she was fighting. That's who she was like shooting at, because like in the original thing, like when they showed that shot of Nancy, like, you know, shooting the people over there, you didn't really know if it was people that she was going to be shooting at, or if it was like the Demogorgons or whatever. But that's freaking cool, y'all. Ooh. Let's go back. Yep. So they're all in the back right now, right? And then Nancy. So Robin, Lucas, Dustin, and who's that? Is that Mike? No. I don't know who that was over there, but Oh my god, yeah, the Demogorgon comes in. Oh shit. Okay, wait. We're missing so many things because I've not gone back. Wait. We gotta go back because we gotta see. Yeah, who is that? Was that Will? Was that Will back there? I don't know if that was Mike or Will. I'm trying to see. Oh shit, oh shit. The things. Yeah, is it? Oh, bruh, I couldn't even tell. I think it was Will. Which means where's Mike? Where's Mike?
I thought that was supposed to be the easy part.
It was.
Yeah, that's gotta be Will, right? And then we see my that's not even a name. We see thingies running around. What are their names? Max, and we see Max and Holly running around in like the forest. So they must be running from Henry at this point, I would say. They probably found out. Like, I do wonder if it kind of doesn't make any sense to me if you think about it. Like, where would Henry have gone? Like, he obviously, we saw him, he went to Derek, but then after that he would have gone home, right? And in the time that like Holly and Max were like talking and stuff, Henry would have got back home. Like, he would have gone back to find Holly gone. So I'm betting that like when she goes back to the house, he's already going to be there. I don't know if this means that Derek and all the kids will already be there, and in that case, like, that means we'll get more of Derek, which is awesome. But like, we didn't see Derek in any of this. Like, we didn't see any of the children, so they're hiding a lot of like the main things, I guess. I don't really know. I also don't know if Vecna even knows about all the things that the Mind Flayer is like probably trying to do, because I'm thinking that the Mind Flayer is the one that wants to get out. So would the Mind Flayer not just kill Vecna after all that? Like, I don't know, unless the like Mind Flayer thinks that like it can get through Vecna to get out. I don't know, because like you would have thought that like the Mind Flayer would already be out if that was the case, right? And already part of the Mind Flayer was already out, because it was like the season 3 stuff was the Mind Flayer, right? It was like that thing that was in Will, you know, was just, the gate was closed before that stuff was out of him. So I don't know, y'all. There's also a thing that people keep talking about, which is Vecna's eye, and that's kind of scaring me, because I don't want Will to lose an eye, but then again, I'd rather him lose an eye than die. So I'm very willing to sacrifice his eye, you know, to keep him alive. And interestingly, in this trailer, we didn't see that hug between Jonathan and the kids. You know, there was that scene in, I think it's volume 1, and we didn't even see it in volume 1. So it's obviously in this volume or in the last like episode. So that's very interesting, because it was like like everybody was hugging Jonathan, Jonathan, I'm pretty sure, was just mainly hugging Will, and then everyone else was hugging like Jonathan and Will at the same time, right? So it's very interesting. Like, I don't know, and it was only Jonathan, right? It wasn't like any of the other big kids. So it was only Jonathan. It was like a moment between the siblings, and then they were like joining in, which is very interesting. Like, we've never seen Jonathan really interact with the kids that much until, I think it was it, I don't remember which season it was. I think it was season 3 where Jonathan was kind of more involved in the kids, because obviously in season 1 he's kind of more directly with like Joyce or like Steve and Nancy and shit, so he's not really involved with the kids at that point. I feel like season 2 maybe he's a bit more involved with like Will, at least, because he obviously knows the kids, because he like comes down to the basement and like gets Will to pick him up and take him home and shit, because he has like an earlier curfew at that point. So it's very interesting. Like, season 3, I guess they were more involved, because like Nancy and Jonathan and like the kids are like the only ones around, and the adults aren't there as much, because I think they go to Murray, right? I think Hopper and Joyce went to Murray, so that was that time. Yeah, it was. And then season 4, like, Jonathan wasn't even there. He was only there with like Mike and Will. So it was very interesting. Like, it's gonna be kind of cool to see them actually hug when we really haven't gotten a lot of them. Like, I think Jonathan's only scene with 11 in, like, the first scene I think he ever had with 11 was the one where in season 3 he like took the thing out of her, and even then, like, he only opened the wound up, right, and then she ended up having to get it out. I think that's what happened, right, because he was trying to grab it and it was hurting, so he couldn't, you know, he wasn't going to be doing it. But that's insane that the first probably time that they ever kind of had any kind of interaction was that. And then in season 4 they're like siblings, and you know, they're trying to get to her and they're trying to find her and shit, and oh god, it's so crazy. It really is so insane. I just wish that they would show Jonathan with his mum and with Will more, because like he would love to, you know. And but also, wait, let me think about it. I wonder if, because Nancy, Jonathan, Steve and Dustin are all going to go to that area, right? I don't think they're going to go back home, which means they're going to go there and then they'll come back into the thing, maybe. I don't know, unless they're coming back right now because the car's broken so that they can get a new vehicle or something. But I doubt that's happening. I think they're going to go, and then all that stuff happens in like episode 5 and 6, and then in episode 7 they come back out, and then like all that other, because obviously we see Dustin in that van, so he's alive. We don't see Steve, but we see Dustin, and we also see Robin, we see Lucas, and I'm pretty sure that's Will. So we know that Dustin gets out. We don't know where Steve is, but we know that Dustin gets out, unless it's different orders, right? Unless they come back before they go down there again. I'm assuming they probably go down there once, they find out where the stuff is, and then they know exactly where to go. So they probably come back twice, right? I'm assuming these moments, maybe the ones when they come back the second time. So they have like the walkie-talkie, they have like the torch, they have like the other stuff. But then I don't know, because I'm not sure what they were wearing, so I don't know if it's the same time. But then again, why would they get changed? They don't need to. I don't know. It's so difficult. It's so difficult. But yeah, let's keep going. Yep. So the Demogorgon, like, oh my god, y'all, that's absolutely insane that Vicky finally sees a Demogorgon, and I think she just moved out the way, right? I think she literally just like was stood at the side. Crazy. Robin, so it was Robin, not Joyce. It was Robin, not Joyce, that was stood beside Will. So Robin and Mike are alive here. Will is like being, I don't know if he's like actually trying to figure out how to look inside Vecna's mind right now, or if he's like trying to find Holly, or what he's trying to do, or if he's being controlled. But we know that he's right now being, you know, he's somewhere in there. You know what I mean? I don't know what's on the other side of any of this. Yeah. I mean, this is going to be awful, isn't it? For sure.
I don't know what's on the other side of any of this.
Okay, and then we get a moment of Elle and Mike here. And then is this in the van? I can't tell if this is in the van or not. Interesting. So we get so what was that? I think he touched her, right? And then she like held his hand on her. I think that's what was just happening. Let me go back. Sorry. This is Christmas as well. This is crazy. I don't think anyone's going to be watching us on Christmas. Yeah. Oh, and the Demogorgon being where... Oh my god, wait. Yeah, the Demogorgon being exactly where thingy is. So I wonder if this is how Vicky gets included in this show more, because like now she knows, now she sees the thing, right? She sees a Demogorgon, because I'm assuming all the Demogorgons are going to come out and try and like find all the people that tried to kill them and shit. So she, honestly, Vicky, if Vicky survives because Robin dies, that would be insane. I hope that doesn't happen. I really hope that doesn't happen. Oh shit, that would be terrible. Wait, I'm trying to get to that scene of yeah, okay, so Max and Lucas are here. So that we've already seen this scene where Max and Lucas are there, but I think a lot of people were saying that the girl next to them, like, because obviously it's somebody wearing that kind of outfit that Vicky wears, it could be Vicky, which would make sense, but it also could just be a random person, because I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is Robin is going to go try and find Vicky. Probably Will come with, maybe. Lucas is definitely going to go because he has to find Max. So they're all going to go to the same place because that's the hospital. So they need to get Max, and they also need to get Vicky because they need to get everybody out of there, because it's probably not going to be good anywhere, to be honest. But yeah. And then, what the fuck was that? Dustin and Steve just saw some kind of crazy thing. My god, bruh. I wish this didn't go back like 10 seconds, because it takes so long to get back to the scene that you want to get to. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't even know what that looks like. I literally can't tell what that is. It looks like a mouth. Like, it looks like a whole gum guard. Like a mouth guard, you know? Like, that's the, like, shape of it anyway. But obviously it doesn't actually look like that. Like, it looks like slime. It looks like gross. Oh my god, I don't even know. I don't know where it stops or starts, to be honest. I really don't know what I'm looking at, because the screen is so weird, because like where it's dark I can't see what it looks like for real, because it's just like black. Like, it's just like there's like no shadows, there's no, like, what do you call it, like there's no light or dark part. It's literally just like nothing. Like, it looks like nothing. Like, all of that side of the whole screen looks like nothing, and then there's parts of this side that look like nothing because of the way it looks. So the only thing I really see is like the weird like red and like blue parts in the middle where Steve and Dustin are. So I literally don't know what this is. And they're looking up into it, so I don't know if that means that I can't tell if they're like walking upstairs because of the way that like Steve's leg is, which means I don't know if they're like going into here. Like, I don't know if this is the same time as when like Jancy have that thing where everything's melting. I don't know if this is when also things are melting. That would be very interesting to know. My god, this has been an hour video, y'all. This is insane. I bet no one's watching this. Why would you? This is me just rambling. Oh yeah, so who is that? That is Mike and Dustin, right? I think that was Mike and Dustin hugging. So they probably thought that both of them were gonna die. And then they found each other again, and then they hugged. That's so cute. Yeah, it was 11 behind. And then 11 with her hand like that. Somebody's falling through the sky. Somebody's falling. Like, we did not see that, did we? Like, somebody's literally falling through the sky. And I think they were in another... I think that scene was in another, like... trailer before, but I don't know which one. And it's actually insane that they're just falling through the sky. Like, what is happening, you know what I mean? And then yeah, Vicky does move out the way for the Demogorgon, but the Demogorgon is coming. Wait, is that Robin? So wait, so this is when Robin is trying to save Vicky, right? And is it going to Robin because like Vecna knows that like Vecna knows all the ones that need to be killed and shit? Is that what I think that's what it is. I'm trying to like, because I can't slow it down or anything until I do like, you know, until I record it and shit. So I'm just trying to see. Oh my god, yeah, so there's like two guys who have like the guns. We already know the guns don't work. We know the flamethrower is definitely better, but even then. And then there's 3 Demogorgons here, like running through this hole. So I'm assuming that Robin is going to grab Vicky and run for it, you know? But then again, you also see that Robin can't really, like, I don't know what's going to happen, because I feel like those 2 guards are going to die before anyone else. But then how can Robin just run forward to grab Vicky? Like, Vicky's just standing in the hallway and it ran past her, so I don't really know. I really don't know. But this is bad. Like, in this, it feels like Robin's going to die, but I don't know if... I really don't know. But then again, I'm pretty sure we know that Will is going to be there. I'm pretty sure he will be. So maybe he's going to like stand in the way and then they will listen to him. Maybe that's going to be what happens. I don't know. I really don't know. But I guess we'll see. It's very very scary, to be honest. Oof, I'm scared. I'm actually scared though. I don't know what's gonna happen. And then the glitching of Henry and Vecna and One and all these different shits, you know. Like he's won because he's got like the white and like the blood all over him, and then he's, I think, Mr. What's-it as well in some of the shots. But he's also, which other one? I don't think. Yeah, he's Mr. What's-it or he's One, I think. I don't think he's. I don't think they're showing him as Henry at all, actually, in this shot. I'm trying to see. Yeah, he's only got the glasses or the white outfit, so I think he's only being Mr. What's-it on One. He's not even really being Vecna, but even then, maybe Mr. What's-it, maybe that means that Mr. What's-it is the more good one, because maybe that means that he is more Henry. I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard to say, bruh. It really is hard to say. But him walking down the stairs and like turning, like his skin turning into more Vecna-y, crazy. And then Holly, obviously.
It is time.
Yeah, bruh. Sorry, some parts of this I'm watching with it on mute. For a new world, and then it turns blue. Crazy. Okay, wait. I've got to go back because I didn't see what that shit was.
It is time.
Yeah, see, it turns blue. Like it's gone from like red to blue. Sorry, I'm trying to see who that was. Is that Callie? I think that's Callie, right? The one who's in white here. Yeah, I think that was Callie. Because it was either Callie or it was Erica, but it definitely can't have been Erica because Erica wasn't wearing that white outfit. So that had to have been Callie for sure. So Callie like attacks somebody, like a guard, well not a guard, but like somebody in that base, right? Obviously we know her power. She's like she's the one that does like she can like think of something that she wants you to see and then you can see it. Like she let Elle see that butterfly, and she let that one guy see that the building fell down when it actually didn't, so all the cop cars like fell into each other and shit. And then Robin, we see her like turning up a dial thing. I don't know what that is, but she's turning it up. Very interesting. Or maybe she's turning it down. Y'all, I couldn't even see it. Hold on, let me go back. Yeah, so it's red and then it turns blue. I don't know. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh. So maybe that was like electrocution, right? Maybe she was like electrocuting one of the Demogorgons. I don't know. But either way. Yeah, so if you die, I die type of thing with Steve and Dustin. Obviously, we know that is a thing that's happened in season 3. Like, literally Dustin said that. It was more funny in that moment though, because like Dustin shouted it and then Steve said, okay. Like he was quiet for a second and then he said, all right, whatever, you know, type vibes. So this one's more serious because it's obviously like they could really die here. So they're sticking together, y'all. Sticking together. And then somebody's running. I don't know who that was running. Sorry, I'm just trying to see shit. Oh, bruh. Oh, so it was Dustin running by himself. Shit. Interesting. But we don't see Steve much in this whole thing, so I'm kind of worried about Steve because. But even then, in the first load of trailers, we only saw him like once, so they made you kind of like stressed about Steve, and then they made you like not really be scared because we knew he wasn't gonna die, and then so I don't know if they're trying to like make us sad, but I don't think most of these characters are gonna die. I think if anyone would die, it's probably gonna be Murray. Like honestly, I like also the fact that Ted didn't even die. Like I thought that if any of the parents died, it would have been Ted, and he didn't even die. So I'm kind of like, are they even gonna kill anyone? Because like it doesn't feel like, it feels like very low stakes, you know what I mean? Even though I thought like a lot of people were gonna die in the first part, but obviously if they're gonna kill people, they're probably gonna kill them in the last parts. So I don't know, but either way, yeah, Dustin, Steve, great dynamic. I still think that they really blossomed in season 2 and season 3 for sure. Season 4, I don't even think they were together that much. But they were together, like they were more as a group though. So I do think that, you know, they were definitely better in season 2 and 3. Yeah. You die, I die, yeah. Oh, that was Jancy, wasn't it? Like, I think that was like an explosion or some shit, because they like got thrown back. Oh, wait. So that's when the blue thing happened. So that blue thing must have happened where they were, which is why it exploded, and they like fell backwards, right? So maybe that is the moment where they thought they were going to die, which means that's the moment where they have their talk, probably, right? So that must be in episode 6. And then Dustin and Steve have their baby. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense that blue thing comes from then. I wonder why they're electrocuting that. Oh shit. So 11 like was ripping something apart. I don't know what she was doing just there, but she was doing something when she did that. That was crazy. Interesting. Yeah, Dustin and Steve, bruh. They're definitely the relationship I would want to see more of in like terms of, you know, with Steve and with Dustin. Like, obviously I wish that Dustin and Susie could have been in a scene together at least once, but I wonder if we'll get that in like the epilogue or whatever. I just want Susie to be in the show, like, for real, because like we've only seen them in season 3, and even then they weren't even on the screen together. They were together, but like, you know what I mean? Like, they weren't in the same room. Very annoying. And then in season 4, we didn't even see her with Dustin. We saw her with, like, Mike, Will, Jonathan, Argyle. Crazy, bruh. I'm surprised we never got Dustin with them ever. Like, we never got Steve. We never got Dustin and Steve, Susie. Crazy, bruh. Crazy. I just wish that we could have him in this season, but we know he's going through grief, so he could have, you know, broken up with her because of that. I don't know, but I hope he didn't push her away, because she's a great girl. Anyway, I love this scene though. Joe and Gaten are so good together. They really are. They have such a good like dynamic as well, like in real life. I just love it so much. Anyway, next scene. Oh, who was he looking at? Sometimes it's really annoying because it pauses in like a weird area. Oh shit, yeah, she was doing some shit there. Oh my god, yo, that's kind of crazy. The way Vecna's just like, I didn't even think I saw that last scene actually when we first watched it. I don't even know if I saw that last scene. Some of the scenes go really fast, so you can't even see shit. Like, what even is that in the sky? And then Vecna in that kind of weird ass, the tentacles and shit. And then the points. So that must be, I don't know actually, because like in the vision that Will had, like everything was so dark. But then again, it was nighttime. So, you know, when the kids were all like vined up and shit, but then it was nighttime. So it could have just been like where trees were and shit, which means that it was nighttime. So that's why it's dark then. Which means that right now in this scene he was just in the light, but in that scene, you know, in that area. So that's crazy to me. Like, all these kids just have to be like, but I do think that Vecna's being used by the Mind Flayer, because I think it's the Mind Flayer that wants to get out, right? That's what my vision is anyway. But I should probably go because it's been an hour. But yeah, my main things that I want, or I guess I'll say my main, like, not critiques, my main things that I want, like Jancy, I want them to be endgame. I want them to be both fine. I want everything to be good. I want, actually, pretty much everybody I want to survive. So I'm not really going to be like Lumax, I want them to finally be back together. I don't want them to be back together just for the ending. Like, I want them to be back together by like ages before that, you know, even if it's like the 2 hours that we get left. If they come back in like episode 7 at the end, that's fine. But I need them to be back together for the finale, like, for sure. I don't want them to be back together in like the last 2 minutes. I want them to be back together, you know, because I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if they're broken up at this point. I think they're still together, but I really don't know. But like, either way, he's not going to move on because he loves Max, so it's fine. But yeah, Lumax for the win, honestly. Like, Lumax is definitely the best couple. You can argue to the wall. They are the best couple, that's for sure. like Byler related things. I was hoping that Maleven would have been broken up. Like, if Byler was happening, I would hope that Maleven are already broken up, right? Because a lot of the scenes we get of them are so platonic looking. Like, even though the stuff they talked about was like that, like, they kind of took it as more group based rather than their relationship based. So it's very interesting. But there's also like the painting that needs to be talked about. There's so many things that need to be talked about for this to be a good ending, because that's still a lie that they're telling, you know. And also the fact that Will thinks that there has been like some shared looks or like anything else, like the fact that he thinks he's got a chance, because in season 4 Will's whole arc is basically telling us what we obviously know, which is the fact that he's gay. Even though he doesn't say it, we can see it. And the fact that all that stuff, like he definitely designed the painting himself. He says it's Elle's like vision, but it's not, it's his. And all the speech that he gives is definitely from him, because a lot of it Elle doesn't believe in either. Like, we know Elle's thoughts and we know his thoughts, and they're not the same really when it comes to Mike. But yeah, there's the whole thing of just like Will. There's a lot of just unanswered questions with Will and Mike and Elle, and I just hope that they do it really well. I really hope that they fulfill that whole thing, because like there's just so many things that are wrong. Even if they make Maleven Endgame and shit, like they've got to do it in a good way, because so far they can't just leave it as it is, right? They can't just end up together as what they are now, because like they're such a mess. Like the fact that Mike isn't emotional about his parents is insane, and the fact that every single time Will is in any kind of danger, he's like worried about him. Like, why is he not worried more about his parents? Like, they're his parents. I just don't get it. I really don't. So I really just need something good to happen, for real. I need something good to happen, and I need Mike to like burst into tears for something, you know. I need him to show emotions. I need that to happen, because we've been told that Mike and Will hold a lot of like emotional scenes, and that they're paired together a lot. We haven't seen that even in this trailer. We haven't seen that, so they're gatekeeping a lot of that as well. But as I say, I'm not somebody who's like I liked Maleven in season 1 and 2. I thought they were cute. Well, mainly season 1 because they were cute, but he was mainly just trying to get Will back. But he did kiss her, and he did say that like they're not going to be brother and sister. Yeah, that's so cute. And then also with like what is it with season 2, obviously they're not together at all. It was season 3 and 4 that really got them to be a mess, especially like the fact that they were shown as like a bad relationship, really, because they were ignoring their friends, and they break up because they're a mess, and you know, all these other things. And the fact that like in that scene, like Max says, well, not in the breakup scene, but it's in the scene when they get home and she says to Elle like he'll come crawling back, and he'll become like crying. I bet like Lucas and him are talking about us and like whatever the other shit was. But yeah, that didn't even happen. Like he never went after Elle, and you know, he just kind of had that weird ass face that he does when he doesn't know what the fuck's happening. Mike is so hilarious. And then like why would they make him look like that? You know what I mean? Like because he like probably didn't expect her to break up with him. I don't know, but it's just so hilarious. But yeah, with I just think it's really weird that he's never been able to say I love you to her face. Like even in like season 3 when he says I love you, he never says it to her face. Like she says it to him, to his face, and then he doesn't even close his eyes to kiss her. Like, that's crazy. You'd be so happy if you loved her. You would have been so happy in that scene, and he doesn't show any happiness. He shows so much confusion in that season 3 ending. And then he goes, you know, he's looking back at Will's house, like he's looking back at Will's house when everyone's gone, It's just insane. That's not where Elle ever lived. Like, that's literally where he was. So it's like he's, you know, I don't know. It's just so interesting. Like, there's so many things that are so Byler coded, and then there's so many things that are like just so confusing. Like, if they make Malevolent Endgame, they have to like, there's so many things that make no sense, you know what I mean? Like, why did Mike look back at that, and like, why does Mike have a will voice? Like, why I don't understand so many of these things. And there's so many people that read Robin's speech so wrong, because like, Robin has only seen Mike and Will interact that one time, like, from what we've seen anyway. So I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand why she as a lesbian would be like, you know, Mike doesn't like you, whatever the fuck. Like, she wouldn't be like that. She would not be like that, because she was, you know, she didn't know that Vicky was going to be liking her either. So there's always these types of people that can be in the closet, right? There's always the type of, even if you are bi or whatever, you can still be in the closet from that, because, you know, you have to come out from one of the other ways. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many unanswered questions if Malevolent happens, and then there's still, if they don't talk about the things that are like elephants in the room, and then they make like this, there's just so many annoying things that need to be redone. And as I say, like, just the way that Will was like in season 4, he was trying to get their relationship to be back together, and then in season 5 he's like got hope that Mike could like him back. Like, what happened? What's that gate called? Like, what the fuck did you do, Mike? That gate, you know, there's a whole thing about that. Like, I just don't get what he could have done in that short of time to make Will think, well, it's not even a short time, right? It was like a year and like some months, like 8 months or something. Like, that's insane. Like, how can you ever think that you have a chance? Like, if you're Will, right, you would think you never have a chance, whereas he doesn't. Like, Robin asks basically like, how like, well, Will says, how did you know that she and then she says making out, right? But he says date, you know? So he's not thinking about making out with Mike. Like, he's not thinking like just a one-time thing or whatever. He's thinking of a relationship with Mike, you know? He's not thinking about that. So I love that so much. And like, the fact that like, he's really asking her, right? He's really asking her like what the looks and everything could have meant and shit. And Mike does have a habit of like touching Will and like being very open with doing that, apart from in season 4. So that's why season 4 is so much more of like the Byler-centric, like Malevolent breakup, like, you know, all this mess. And I just think that like Malevolent just seems so much more platonic right now. They don't seem like they're in a relationship. I don't know, like, please tell me what you think, and don't be too harsh in the comments about everything I've just said. Thank you. I don't really know how they're gonna do Byler or Malevolent or like any of this, because like, there's not much time left, but there's also like 5 hours, so it's gonna be insane. But yeah, please tell me what you think. Please tell me what you think they could do. Please tell me what you think of my reaction / review, I guess, because this is an hour reaction. Like, that's insane. Oh my god, I'm so insane. Anyway, favorite characters. I'll just say who my favorite characters are right now. In this season right now, I would say my favorite characters: Robin, Will, Jonathan. Well, actually, would I say my favorite? Because in general, my favorite characters would be Will and Jonathan, but in this season right now, I think it would just be Robin, Nancy, and Will. Yeah, Robin, Nancy, and Will, because they're so good in the season. I also really like Lucas a lot more in the season. I mean, I never really disliked him, but I definitely like him a lot more here. Like, obviously in season 4 it's a bit iffy, but I do kind of agree with him in season 4, where like, you know, they should have gone to see his game, but you know, it's a whole different thing. But yeah, I don't know, tell me what you think anyway. But yeah, I would say I will like Jonathan when it comes to like episode 6, because I think they're finally going to talk, and I think it's going to be finally resolved, because I think his whole thing is that he's insecure, because like obviously Steve is like more likable now, I guess, but also he's more of like the thing that Nancy would be better off having, where it's like Rich, you know, they're both kind of like the more able with money and shit, and whereas Jonathan is still poor, so of course he would be self-conscious about stuff like that. And I think people forget that like the Byers family are poor, and the Wheelers and like Harrington is like not poor, like they are middle class or rich or whatever, you know. I'm pretty sure if you classify it now, I'm pretty sure like Steve is rich, and then it's Nancy is like middle class, maybe, I don't know, and then like Joyce and, you know, the Byers is like poor for sure. But I mean, they lived outside, didn't they? They lived out in like the woods essentially. But yeah, anyway, so that's enough of that. Okay, I'm gonna go. Goodbye.
That was a lot of like nonsense.
Can but be kidding.